she was in a lot of pain over it, and it was often something she would talk about, and just something that she seemed like one of those top 5 things you could want, and that is just, it was up there.
I'm crying. Thanks.
And I guess it's kind of obvious, but Stacey, how did this make you feel?
When I finally decided to do it, it was just a nerve-wracking thing. It's a huge personal experience, and basically he said it right. It's like, why not? What's there to lose? And it was kind of one of those things where I didn't see another way to get it done. I heard about the makeover at Liberty Hill Dental from my 14-year-old son, Anthony. I'm an extremely private and proud person, so this is a difficult essay to write. Despite having written many grants and even publishing a novel, I struggled to articulate my feelings while here. I came to the realization after many attempts that your title had already said what I wanted to receive from a smile makeover. Change a smile, change a life. I truly believe it would do just that for me and my children. Over the past 3 years, we have endured a divorce, losing our home, leaving a community we loved, and returning to Liberty Hill, where I grew up, when my grandmother was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I'm quite proud of the way my children have handled all these trials, but above all else, I'm proud of their ability to smile and make a happy new life. We've survived a lot, but now it's time for us to thrive again. In order for that to happen, I need to find employment. I have 2 degrees and a solid resume, but a missing front tooth and others that are discolored are undoubtedly holding me back. On a personal level, I have become reclusive. I no longer volunteer, date, or socialize. When I attend school activities with my kids, I'm careful not to talk or smile, fearing it will embarrass them. None of these things are characteristic of me. I've always been a motivated, competent, capable, and dedicated person. I miss life. I miss contributing to society. I miss smiling. For our well-being, I simply must return to the workforce again. For my emotional and spiritual well-being, I need to enjoy the world again. I'm not a vain person, but I'm ashamed and hurt every time I see someone react to my dental problems. I do my best to hide my teeth, but that's not an easy task. The emotional and psychological pain is as bad as the physical discomfort, which is significant. I truly appreciate your consideration for the smile makeover.
In just brief form, as far as how do you as far as changing your smile is going to change your life?
In every way. Well, it just gives myself back to me. It lets me give myself back to my kids, because for so long, everything's marked. Every emotion, whether it be grief or happiness or just a conversation, is marked by being held back. You're either constantly holding your hand or looking down. I think I shared with you before, when I went to my grandmother's funeral, I couldn't even grieve properly because it's always an overbearing. It stifles. Every emotion that you can think of, it stifles it because you're just holding yourself back. And just what we've gone through, good and bad, the last few years, it's been really difficult to have this strain. You can't really express or fully enjoy anything. You can't process things the way you need to. So just to be able, on a practical level, of course, employment and just being able to do those things, but, on a more personal level, just to be able to laugh with my kids and not be guarded about it. And I know that's something they miss, is just being able to cut up and then sometimes they're aware of it for me, so they're kind of protective of me in that regard. And the very few people I have let in my personal life have gotten into a habit of being very protective of me, like making sure I'm in a position where I'm not going to be uncomfortable. And I've always been really outgoing before, and it's been a difficult thing to be so reclusive. It really has.
How will you feel when you can see your mom's pretty smile for the first time?
That is going to be really great, because it's like she said, it's no more holding back on things she should be doing. It's things that she deserves to do. I mean, she's pretty and everything. People want to date her. It's just her own thing that she has that she's very subconscious about, and it's just one thing she doesn't need to worry about, because you're a good person and all that good stuff. And it's going to be great to see her be able to smile, and it's going to, even around people we know are not going to ridicule her or anything like that. She's still doing that cover thing where she's just kind of being quiet and not having as much fun as she should be, and things like that.
Cool.
It's affected so many people in my life, and that's crazy. It's just a smile. It's not that big of a deal compared to so many things we've been through, divorce and death and moving. You think, and people tell me all the time, you've been through so much, why is that an issue even? And it's hard to explain unless you've been in that position, but it affects my kids because they worry about me. And it affects other people because they worry about me. Or, you know, and if people don't know you, what's the first thing you notice about someone? You notice their smile and whether or not that's welcoming, and, you know, whether or not it's friendly. And I'm always consider myself a friendly, open person, but I know I don't come across that way anymore. And it bothers me how I make other people feel. And it bothers me how so many people that I would love to see that I have pulled away from terribly, and it's not like me at all. And then they're left with the why and the, you know, what's going on, and it's to have gone through so much trouble and so many challenges the last few years, to come out of it and feel happy. We talk about it a lot at home. It's happy without reason. You know, you're full of joy. There's not necessarily a reason that you're happy, but you're just joyful. And to have that feeling after, you know, having to go through so much and not be able to express it is a difficult thing to be through. So it's almost, it's overwhelming to even think. I'm sure that I don't even remember how to smile. We were talking about this the other day. It's gonna take me a while to learn how to smile again,
Yeah.
to fully, openly smile. But I think we can figure it out. I think.
It won't take long.
Okay, figure it out. Can you help me? Can you give me lots of reasons to smile?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, there you go.